I was once a girl that couldn't stick to shit. Like, there were so many different things that I would try to do, and it just seemed impossible to maintain. It was like I would try to stick to a diet, or I would try to stick to a workout plan, or I would try to stick to a posting schedule. And it always seemed like by like day 3 or 4, those are my magic numbers. Day 3 or 4 is when things just started going south. Like things just were not working out. I would find some sort of excuse in the book for me to just not follow through what I'm doing. I'm constantly starting over. And one day I was just tired. And I was like, girl, are you not disciplined? And it's funny because I had seemingly been a disciplined person my entire life. I played college athlete sports. I was a volleyball player. I made really good grades in school. Like I joined a sorority. Like I did a lot of things that required a lot of discipline. But for some reason, when it came to being disciplined for myself and just like things that I genuinely wanted to do for myself within my life, outside of joining organizations and doing things like that, I just had a really, really, really hard time. And I could not put my finger on why I had a hard time doing it. But look, all I knew is that it had to be figured the fuck out. And in this video, I'm gonna show y'all how I figured it the fuck out and was able to maintain and grow my discipline over the past few years. If you're new here, my name is Janaea, aka Nay Slayer. Please subscribe to my channel if you like the vibes. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, risk takers. We in this thing, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys 7 ways that you can maintain your discipline. And some of these may be a little bit unconventional. Some of them you may have heard before, but regardless, they will all be beneficial for you. So I am done rambling. Let's get into the video. Number 1, find your why and get extremely clear on it. It's always easier to stick to a goal when you know exactly what the goal is, like the ins and outs of it, and you know why you want to do it. Like you have to have a strong why as to why you want to stick to something, especially things that are typically hard. Like changing your diet sometimes is very hard. Like food is like a drug for most people. So if you don't find a really good why as to not do it, you will continually fall off the bandwagon. I mean, everybody around you eats what they want, does what they want to do. So what makes you different? Why do you have to stick to this? Why is this important to you, right? So one thing I always like to do is I like to weigh out the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. And a lot of times the best case scenario is exactly where I should be heading to, and that's why I should be following my goals and following the things that I said that I was going to do. So for instance, since we're already talking about diet, I'm going to stay in the diet realm. Say you were trying to stick to this diet, and the worst case scenario is that if you don't stick to this diet, your illness gets worse and you potentially die of at an earlier age from this illness. Your family misses you, you're sad, everyone's sad that you're gone. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, if you stick on this diet, is that you're healed of all your ailments, you live a much more energetic, happier life, and you're just a better person all around because your energy's better, your health is better, everything is just better. So why wouldn't we lean to the best case scenario? It just makes the most sense, right? So when I'm like discovering my why for something, I like to dig deep as to the core. Sometimes I think about childhood traumas when I'm thinking about why I want to do something. And it's easier when like, okay, diet, since we're on that, if we're talking about diet, like if you are sick, if you are having an ailment, that is a really strong why to want to change. That's why a lot of people that go vegan, go raw vegan, do a lot of different things, they have it might not be necessarily easy, but they have a strong why as to doing it. So they're able to do that more effectively than with other people. Or for instance, say you're trying to, one of your goals is to get out of the 9-to-5 rat race and you want to have your own business. A strong why for that could be, I want my freedom. Like I want to be able to travel the world. I want uncapped earning potential. Those are pretty strong whys as to how you can maintain yourself and keep going. You have to keep it at the forefront of your mind as to why you want to keep doing this thing that's going to take you to this desired place that you want. That's number 1. find your why and stick to your goal. Number 2, make it easier for you. Make it easier for yourself. Like, don't make shit difficult. Like, if you, and I'm just gonna keep staying on the diet tip, if you know that when you go by such and such's house, they have a plethora of sweets there, and you're trying to be on a no sugar diet, why are you going to such and such's house? Like, while you're trying to, at least the infant stages of you adapting this diet, you're literally voluntarily putting yourself in a place where there's a lot of temptation, and it's just making it harder for you to stick to your goals regardless of your why. So like, it's almost insanity to do that, but you know, we try to give ourselves more credit than we should in regards to our discipline, and it's like, no, like, you build that muscle, but you should know that early on it will be difficult to stop yourself from indulging in certain things that you're trying to not indulge in if you put yourself into that environment. Like, don't make things harder for yourself than it has to be. Do not. Like, if know that you need to study for the LSAT, or you need to study for the bar, like, and the test is coming up, but your friends invite you to a trip in Aruba a month before you're supposed to take the bar, I mean, why would you put yourself in that situation where you're not going to give yourself the proper amount of studying time, and this is something that's very important to you? Why would you put yourself in that situation? You're going to miss out on a whole week of studying, and don't think that you're going to study while you're out there, because you're not. Like, you're not going to be in that mind frame. You're going to be in vacation mind frame. You're going to be in enjoyment mind frame, which is what you should be. So there's a time and a place for everything. Just don't put yourself in weird situations like that. Like, just don't. You'll thank yourself later. With diets also, say you're trying to stop eating chips. Get rid of all the chips in your house. Make it easier for you. Don't have the shit in your house that's gonna cause you to fall off, that's gonna cause you to be pissed off. Seriously, if you are trying to stop spending as much money, I'll go as far as even taking Apple Pay off of your phone, or any type of apps on your phone that will have you spend or send money tap easily. I used to leave my freaking debit card at home and have cash with me and be like, $30 is all I'm spending when I come out today. And like, that shit used to work. I don't think that that's the smartest thing to do, because sometimes you might just like need money, but like, it worked for me at the time. And I think that some people, when you're really starting off in a journey like that, you might have to do something really extreme that might not necessarily make sense in the long term, but it makes sense now. So just make it easier for you. Number 3, surround yourself with like-minded people, i.e. have accountability partners. Y'all, it is so much easier to accomplish a goal and stick to something when you have a community of people that are also striving for the same thing. Even if it's just one person that you talk to on a daily basis that understands that, hey, I'm trying to kick my sugar cravings. I'm trying to stop doing this. Can you be my accountability partner? Can you check in with me? Can you do this with me? I feel like it's even easier to be on some can you do this with me type time. Because when you know somebody else is going through the temptation and the struggle with you, it's easier for you to keep going, because you know this person is doing it too. And if they can do it, I can do it. Also, when I say piggybacking off of surrounding yourself with people and having a community of people that are doing the same thing as you, you can also draw inspiration from people that have done it, that may not be directly in your community, but they may have a YouTube channel, or they may have a TikTok where they're talking about budgeting, or they're talking about saving money, or they're talking about how they are going to how they're changing their diet, or how they juice. Looking at people like that is motivational, because it makes you know that this is possible. It's been done before, and I'm not the first person that's trying to crack the code. Therefore, I know that it can be done. Like, we're all human. We all are made in that one image and likeness. So we can all do a lot of the same things. So draw your inspiration from someone that has already accomplished what you're trying to do, or is in the process of working towards what you are trying to do. And it will be much, much easier for you. There are groups on Facebook, groups of people that are trying to accomplish a weight loss goal, or trying to like get out of the 9-to-5 rat race. There are Telegram groups, Discord groups. Like, do your research. You will find your people. Okay, number 4, use a habit tracker to track your progress. Bro, because we already know when you're trying to like reach a goal, when you are trying to do something different in your life, it's easier to do it when you break it up into like habits, or like a habit that you need to maintain or you need to do daily. I function like that very well. And if you have not read the book Atomic Habits, please go get it by James Clear. Bro, that book changed my whole perspective on accomplishing goals. But anyways, before I digress, it's just something about like checking off a box, or like ripping the page of like showing that, okay, like I did this day, I did this day, this day, I'm on a streak. Like, for instance, right now, like I am like 330 days of no alcohol, and I have this app called the Days Since app that is tracking my progress. And I might not literally be like checking off the days, but going on that app and seeing my 323 day streak makes me never, ever, ever want to break it. You know? Like, it's something psychologically with humans that makes us want to continue working towards a goal when we already have started the streak out. Like, if we're 3 days in, 5 days in, 6 days in, like, why would I mess that up? Why would I mess that up? So, yes, create some habits that will help you reach your goal, and then start tracking them in some sort of way so you know your progress and you get those dopamine receptors like really, really moving, because you're seeing like, damn, I did this. Like, to release dopamine, like accomplishing goals is one of the biggest ways to do so. And even small goals, like I said, stacking 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, you are going to feel so good about yourself that you are not going to want to let up. You're going to want to keep going. You're going to keep striving. You're going to reach that goal no matter what. I promise. Number 5, try like a smaller version of your goal first, and then like work your way up. A good example of this is maybe like push-ups. Say like your goal is like you're trying to get bigger, right? So then you have a habit of, I want to do 100 push-ups a day. So obviously if you're like scrawny and don't have any muscles, it's probably really hard to just jump into doing 100 push-ups every day. But you can start off with a small goal of like, okay, I'm gonna build up the habit of doing 10 push-ups every day, or however many push-ups that you're able to do at the time, and hit that goal consistently, and then bump it up. Okay, now we're moving it up to 20 push-ups a day, we're moving it up to 30 push-ups a day, we're moving up to 40 push-ups a day. And literally, y'all, like, it's literally a brain hack to do that, because one day you just realize like, damn, I'm doing 100 push-ups every day, just because I kept gradually reprogramming your mind, also your muscles in that case, but reprogramming my mind to realize like, this is easy. Yesterday or last week I was doing 20 of them. I can for sure do 30 of them this week. Like, it's funny because it's a simple concept, but it might not necessarily be easy. Say you're trying to save some money and you got to break it down into, say you have to break it down, I think I was like $50 every week, or like $300 every month. Like, you breaking it down into small, tangible goals will do something for you. It will help you be able to like reach it quicker, get that dopamine receptor, bump it up a little bit, and then next thing you know, you're at your goal. Like, I've accomplished so many things by doing just that method alone. So for sure, absolutely break down your goals, make them smaller, and then compound effect, and you'll accomplish them, and you might even do more than what you thought you were going to do, bigger than what you thought you were going to do. Okay, last one is shifting your mindset. This is probably the biggest one yet, okay? Because if you don't have the right mindset about what you're trying to do, babe, it's going to be really hard. An example of this for me is I have a tendency to say things are hard. And when I say things are hard, guess what? They remain hard, or they just get harder. And I realized, like, even like with my YouTube channel, I started to have been telling myself that it was a little bit challenging to grow on YouTube, because I just hear so many creators say that. And I have chosen not to subscribe to that anymore. I'm not subscribing to that notion, because growing on YouTube is easy for me. It's all about my mind. It's all about my mindset and what I think. And I think that growing on YouTube is easy. And I tell myself that every day. And I know that easy is what's going to happen when it is pertaining to my growth. And that's just what it is. I think everybody should adopt this. I like to change my mindset by doing affirmations, robotic affirming. Like, I tell myself all day, growing on YouTube is easy. It's so easy to grow on YouTube. It's so easy to grow on YouTube. It's so easy to grow on YouTube. somebody that's trying to change their diet. It's so easy to eat clean. It's so easy to eat clean. It's so easy to eat clean. Like, I have to get down to the root of what I am trying to accomplish, and I have to tell myself that it is easy to do this. This is not hard. People have done it before, and there are so many different ways that you can shift your mindset, so many different ways that you can manifest. I personally like robotic affirming. There are definitely a bunch of different ways, like scripting, visualization. Pick your poison. I can make a video more about like different manifestation techniques and the ones that I use and how they have been beneficial to me. But do your research, figure it out, and change that mindset, because once you change your mindset, everything becomes easier for you. I promise you. I promise you. So that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much, risk takers, for tuning back in, messing with me, and us, you know, just partaking in this discourse at this community. If you are new here, leave a comment. Let me know that you are now a part of the Risky Gang. Go ahead and subscribe if you're really down to join. And if this video resonated with you, if you feel like there are some more tips that I can give, please comment down them below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.